Working at Crescent Emporium during Black Friday was always a frenetic experience, but nothing could have prepared me for the events that unfolded one Thanksgiving night. The air buzzed with excitement and the promise of incredible deals as the clock struck midnight, signaling the official start of the shopping extravaganza. Little did I know that amidst the chaos of discounts and eager customers, a personal nightmare would unfold. As I manned my register, scanning items at lightning speed and exchanging pleasantries with shoppers, my phone buzzed discreetly in my pocket. Glancing at the screen, I saw an unknown number flashing ominously. Curiosity gripped me as I stepped away from the register, finding a secluded corner to check the message. "Meet me at the back of the store during your break. We need to talk." The text was devoid of any signature or identifier. My initial reaction was to dismiss it as a prank, but the mention of the back of the store, a place not typically frequented by customers, sent a shiver down my spine. Questions flooded my mind. Who could this be, and why did they want to meet me during my break? Determined to uncover the mystery, I cautiously made my way to the stockroom during my break, eyes darting around for any sign of the mysterious messenger. The dimly lit corridors felt like a labyrinth as I navigated through towering shelves, the distant murmur of the Black Friday crowd serving as an unsettling soundtrack. A figure emerged from the shadows, and as my eyes adjusted, I recognized the silhouette of a man. He was dressed inconspicuously, but something about the way he stood made my instincts scream danger. The air grew thick with tension as he spoke, revealing a disturbing knowledge of my schedule, personal details, and even the fact that I would be taking a break at that precise moment. "I've been watching you," he said, his voice a menacing whisper. "You have something that belongs to us." Fear gripped me as I tried to comprehend the situation. What could I possibly have that belonged to this stranger? Before I could muster a response, he handed me a small package wrapped in nondescript paper. "Deliver this to the address inside. Don't involve the police or else." The weight of the package in my hands felt like a ticking time bomb. I hesitated, grappling with the decision to involve the authorities or comply with the cryptic demands. The man's cold gaze bore into me, leaving me paralyzed with fear. For the remainder of my shift, I grappled with the internal turmoil of whether to report the incident or follow the mysterious instructions. The package burned in my pocket like a guilty secret, and as the night wore on, the atmosphere in the store intensified. Shouts over discounted electronics and the rustle of shopping bags formed a disconcerting symphony. As my shift ended, the decision was made for me when the mysterious figure reappeared, seemingly materializing out of thin air. He demanded confirmation that I would follow through with the delivery. Fearful for my safety, I reluctantly agreed, the weight of the package serving as a constant reminder of the dangerous game I found myself entangled in. The night unfolded in a blur as I navigated the dark streets to the specified address. The package contained an address and a name, both unfamiliar. Every step I took felt like a step into the unknown, the gravity of the situation sinking in. What had I become involved in, and why was I chosen for this peculiar task? Upon reaching the destination, a dilapidated building at the outskirts of town, I hesitated at the threshold. The eerie stillness of the night was punctuated only by the distant sounds of Black Friday revelry. With trepidation, I knocked on the door, the echoes reverberating in the silence that followed. The door creaked open, revealing a dimly lit room occupied by a group of individuals whose faces were obscured by shadows. The air thickened with tension as I handed over the package. Without a word, one of them inspected its contents, nodding in approval. They exchanged glances, and the leader, a stoic figure with piercing eyes, finally spoke. "You've done well. Consider this a debt repaid." Relief washed over me as they allowed me to leave, the weight of the night's events lifting from my shoulders. However, the questions lingered, unanswered and haunting. What did I deliver, and to whom? Why was I chosen, and what debt had been repaid? In the days that followed, the incident became a haunting memory, a surreal chapter in the annals of my life. I never received any further communication from the mysterious group, and the package remained an unspoken secret buried deep within my conscience. Black Friday at Crescent Emporium resumed its usual frenzy the following year, but the memory of that Thanksgiving night lingered, a chilling reminder that sometimes, amidst the excitement of discounted merchandise, darker forces may lurk, ready to ensnare the unsuspecting in a web of mystery and danger. It was the eve of Black Friday, and as a seasoned Walmart employee, I braced myself for the retail storm that was about to ensue. Little did I know that this particular Black Friday would be etched into my memory for reasons far beyond the usual chaos of holiday shopping. The store buzzed with anticipation as customers lined up outside, eager to get their hands on discounted treasures. The doors swung open and the frenzy began. Shouts, cheers, and the occasional cart collision created a cacophony that echoed through the cavernous space. Among the sea of shoppers, a young boy caught my attention. He couldn't have been more than 10 years old, his eyes wide with excitement as he clutched a carefully saved wad of cash. His goal? A gaming system that had been the object of his desires for months. As the hours passed, I couldn't help but root for the young gamer. He navigated the aisles with determination, occasionally checking his money to ensure he had enough. However, fate had other plans for him. In the electronics section, chaos erupted over a stack of flat-screen TVs. Shoppers lunged at the discounted screens, their hands grappling for the prized possession. Amidst the frenzy, the young boy found himself near the epicenter of the commotion, unknowingly holding his hard-earned cash in plain sight. Suddenly, a shadowy figure emerged from the crowd. The thief, calculating and swift, snatched the wad of cash from the boy's hands. The child's eyes widened in shock and disbelief. I, stationed nearby, witnessed the unfolding tragedy. Driven by a sense of justice, I sprang into action. Racing through the chaos, I pursued the thief as he darted through the aisles, weaving between frantic shoppers. The stolen money clenched in his fists. He was determined to escape. As we neared the exit, I managed to grab the thief's arm, causing him to fumble. The wad of cash tumbled from his grasp, scattering like leaves in the wind. Shoppers gasped as the stolen money danced through the air, and in the midst of the chaos, the young boy, still in shock, scrambled to retrieve his hard-earned savings. The thief, realizing the jig was up, made a desperate dash for the exit. Despite the crowd's efforts to impede his escape, he slipped through the chaos and disappeared into the night. The victorious cheers of fellow shoppers echoed through the store, a communal celebration of justice prevailing amidst the Black Friday madness. I returned to the electronics section to find the young boy, tears still streaming down his face. Grateful and relieved, he clutched his money, now crumpled but intact. The incident had left an indelible mark on him, a lesson about the harsh realities that could accompany the pursuit of a Black Friday deal. In the aftermath, store security reviewed surveillance footage to identify the thief. Though he had evaded capture that night, the incident prompted increased security measures for subsequent Black Fridays, ensuring a safer shopping experience for all. As the adrenaline of the chase subsided, I reflected on the events of that Black Friday. In the midst of the holiday shopping frenzy, a community had come together to protect one of its own. The memory of the young boy's tear-streaked face served as a stark reminder that, beyond the discounted goods and frantic crowds, the true spirit of the season lay in compassion and the willingness to stand up against injustice, even in the midst of a Black Friday TV fumble. A few years ago, my Black Friday shopping took a terrifying turn that would haunt me for weeks to come. It all began on a crisp Thanksgiving night, as my excitement for the impending Black Friday deals mingled with the cool air outside Target. Eager shoppers flooded the store, creating an electric atmosphere. As I browsed through the aisles, hunting for bargains, I noticed a man who seemed oddly fixated on me. At first, I dismissed it as a coincidence, the consequence of navigating a crowded store. However, as I weaved through the labyrinth of discounts and promotions, the unease settled in. Things took a disturbing turn when my phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. "Meet me at the back of the store during your break." The message sent a chill down my spine. How did this person know where I worked, let alone my schedule? Curiosity mingled with caution as I approached the back of the store during my break. The area was dimly lit, and the buzz of the Black Friday chaos seemed distant. As I scanned the surroundings, a figure emerged from the shadows. The man from earlier revealed himself, and the familiarity of his face sent shivers down my spine. "I've been watching you," he said, his voice a low, unsettling whisper. Panic set in, but I managed to maintain a facade of composure. "Why are you following me?" I demanded, my heart pounding. His response was cryptic, a mix of vague threats and unsettling details about my life. How did he know so much? The encounter left me shaken, and I hurriedly retreated to the safety of the bustling store. As the night wore on, the man's presence persisted. He lurked in the periphery of my vision, always watching. Fear clung to me like a second skin. I considered seeking help from store security, but the fear of escalating the situation held me back. When my shift finally ended, I breathed a sigh of relief, hoping the ordeal was over. Little did I know the nightmare was just beginning. As I exited the store into the chilly night, I felt his presence behind me. The man, relentless in his pursuit, continued to shadow my every move. Panic set in as I quickened my pace, weaving through the crowded parking lot. Desperation clawed at me. I needed to shake him off. My car, a beacon of safety, loomed in the distance. I fumbled for my keys, glancing over my shoulder to ensure he hadn't closed the gap. Just as I reached my car and locked the doors, he appeared, pressed against the window like a specter from my worst nightmares. "I'll see you soon," he whispered, his words sending a chill through the glass. With that, he melted into the shadows, leaving me trembling in the relative safety of my car. Fear and paranoia consumed me in the days that followed. Every shadow seemed to conceal his lurking presence. I changed my routine, took different routes home, and avoided public spaces. Sleep became elusive as the haunting encounters replayed in my nightmares. Unable to endure the torment any longer, I contacted the police. They took my statement, and while sympathetic, they couldn't promise immediate resolution. The next few weeks became a test of resilience as I navigated daily life under the oppressive weight of fear. Eventually, the police identified the stalker and issued a restraining order. The ordeal had a lasting impact on my sense of security, turning Black Friday from a day of excitement into a reminder of the vulnerability that lurks beneath the surface of our everyday lives. Though the legal measures provided some comfort, the psychological scars lingered. The experience taught me the importance of vigilance and the harsh reality that, even in the midst of a festive shopping spree, danger could be just around the corner. As Black Friday approached each year, the memories resurfaced, a chilling reminder of that fateful night at Target. We hope you enjoyed those spine-tingling tales as much as we did. If you're still feeling a little spooked, don't worry, you're not alone. But before we say goodbye, we have a few things to ask of you. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you found these stories as chilling as we did. It really helps our channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you haven't already. There are plenty more eerie adventures waiting for you right here, so you don't want to miss out. Share this video with your friends and fellow thrill seekers. After all, spooky stories are best enjoyed with company, right? That's a wrap for today, but stay tuned for more bone-chilling content in the future. Until next time, remember to keep your flashlight handy, your wits about you, and always be ready for the unexpected. Thanks for joining us on this haunting journey. Take care and may your nights be eerily entertaining. See you in the next video.